everyone. My name is Kevin Ianson and I am the last reporter of this subject, CLG2, Criminal Law Book 2. And I'm the last reporter of this group, Group 12. So my topic is all about Article 362, libelous remarks. That the publication of the article was an honest mistake, is not a complete defense but serves only to mitigate damages where the article is libelous per se. The plaintiff was pictured as having stabbed another person in a fit of jealousy as his Carreta and abandoned him for said individual. This was a case of mistaken identity. The defendant contended that the publication was an honest mistake. So this means that if a newspaper reporter or a writer publishes a harmful or false article, abuse saying it was not, or an honest mistake, is not enough to avoid responsibility. So even though that publish sila og honest mistake, so those reporters or writers and the publishers company are still liable sa mistake na ilang commit. So even if the accidentally identified the wrong person, they can still be held liable because the publication may damage the person's reputations. However, since it was not done intentionally, the court may reduce the punishment or damages. So Article 362, libelous remarks. Libelous remarks are comments connected with the matter privilege under the provision of Article 354 if the made with malice shall not exempt the author thereof, nor the editor or managing editor of a newspaper from criminal liability. So even if a comment is about a privileged matter like official proceedings, the writers or editor can still be liable if the statement was made with a bad intention or malice. So if ang ilahang intention is bad and there is a malice or naimalisya sa usa ka comment, no? So even privilege ni ang impact sa pag-post nila, but still and at the end of the day na ay bad intention, so naigapon sila liability or na sila pananagutan under this article. So libelous remarks or comments on matters privilege if made with malice in fact do not exempt the author and editor. Those if remarks or comments are made upon a matter privilege and malice in fact is provided the author and the editor are liable. So liability of a newspaper reporter for distorting the facts connected with the official proceeding, the report of a newspaper publication and publishing what passes in a court of justice must publish the whole case end. So liability of the newspaper reporters. So reporter must present the whole truth when reporting court cases or official proceedings. So if they twist or distort fact, they may become liable or libel. So if twist nila or giliwat nila ang ilang report, so therefore liable sila under this case. So liability of newspaper reporters. So chapter 2, incriminatory machination. So where are the felonies under incriminatory machinations? They are incriminating innocent person, Article 363, intriguing against honor, Article 364, Article 363, incriminating innocent person and person who by any act not constituting perjury shall direct, incriminate, or impute to an innocent person the commission of a crime shall be punished by arresto mayor. So, incriminatory machinations under Republic Article 363 This crime happens when a person falsely make an innocent persons appear guilty of a crime even without lying under oath. So, kaning murag mistaken identity ba na murag na frame up gani murag nga na ang pasabot dire. So, simple example. So, planting illegal drugs or weapon in another person's belonging to make them look guilty. So, katutong balita sa una ba nga kanang tanimbala ganito sa Naiya Airport, those news or kanang pag-commit or pagbutang sa bala sa mga bag sa belonging sa individuals nga dili lang man wala man sila sala ginbutangan bala para they make guilty or ay sila isala so biskag wala or sila innocent. So, and then, this article is limited to planting evidence. So, as again, planting evidence and lie, which tend directly to cause false prosecution. So, ma-false prosecution gitsa kay, syempre, those not guilty person, akusahan man as guilty kay naiman ebidensya nga nagi-plan sa ilang mga belongings or something. They make liable or they make guilty sa ilang action. So this article is limited to acts of planting evidence and like which do not and themselves constitute false prosecution but they tend directly to cause false prosecution. People versus Rivera 59 Philippines 263. So planting evidence, Article 363, mainly applies to planting evidence or doing acts that can make an innocent person so falsely. Same naman sa babaw, sa previous na kanya report, putting illegal drugs in another person's bag so that the police will think that the person is guilty. So that is another example, no, dili lang kay bala, pwede po drugs, no? So put nila sa belonging sa innocent person or people that they make look guilty, no? Pwede po kanang kanang mga drug user kanang or mga drug lords nga madulas sila in Tagalog term, madulas sila hulihin, mao nang ginataniman nila of drugs, no? During na sa ilang pag-arrest, but I don't know if that is really existed, no, sa pag-arrest sa mga kapulisan naton kay that is one of the famous gani nga saying sa or news or mga istorya gani kay dili daw nila madakpan sa muna ginaplantahan lang karang madulas kisa ba munang during sa pag-arrest nila wala na lang butang din diretso murag anak ba. And so Article 363, incriminating innocent person, false accusation is defamation or perjury under the revised penal code. Article 363 of the revised penal code, which penalize any person who by any act not constituting perjury shall directly incriminate or impute to an innocent person the commission of a crime does not apply to false accusation but to acts tending directly to cause false accusation such as planting evidence and the like. So incriminating an innocent person. So incriminating an innocent person done through action like